Hello and welcome to my third match of the Dominion League season 72, playing against agoo03, former Dominion Online Championship champion. We've got Peasant. We've got Scrap, but we've got Shelters, which is not great. But that is the only trashing. Draw looks like first mate, I guess? The goal, oh, there's also Way of the Owl. Oh, that's pretty similar. I guess the goal is to play a bunch of merchant guilds. The question is, do we open Scrap Peasant, or do we get an Ironmonger first to accelerate the Peasant line? We do have Necropolis Owl, which is a reason to maybe prefer the Ironmonger. You can play like Necropolis and then play Peasant as Owl. I think I want to start with the Ironmonger. The ideal scenario, I guess, would be to have the Necropolis in the turn 1 hand so that you could draw a couple cards. Like here, I don't want to trigger the shuffle without the Peasant in it. And I also didn't want to open Peasant and then trigger a shuffle where I potentially drew the Peasant dead. Maybe I should have done that anyway. Maybe it's worth the risk. There'd be a 1/3 chance of drawing it dead, which is pretty high, but I could see the argument. Yeah, the Agoo went for it. See how that works out. Okay, I think since I have 3 anyway, I'm just going to take a Scrap here. We saw the Hovel and the Overgrown Estate, so that's just 2 coppers down there. I would like to get another Peasant. But, So if we don't do anything with Necropolis, we hit 5. We could take a Merchant Guild already. We could take a First Mate. We could take a War Chest. War Chest is not bad. We could also play Necropolis and then Owl the Ironmonger, and then we draw 3. We still hit 5 off of that. We trigger a shuffle, which is probably a good thing. Yeah, I think that's the play. How do I feel about War Chest? There's good stuff to gain, for sure. I think I'm going to get a War Chest. Alright, here I think the play is to trigger the shuffle and just take plus action off of Overgrown Estate. The reasoning being that we do make some junk cards miss, even though we also make the Scrap miss. Oh, that does make it a little worse. Now I'm wondering about Scrap Hovel, get a Peasant and a Horse. I think I'll do that. Okay. Darn. Do we keep that on top? We have our Necropolis down there. And we have no other action cards. Oh, we can play Peasant as Owl. Yeah, okay. I think... Okay, I think we just take First Mate Ironmonger here. I would like the Merchant Guild, but getting the deck control seems more important. Play the Ironmonger normally or no? I think First Mate. I could see the argument for Ironmonger, though. Like, a second First Mate is not as useful as more Ironmongers. I'm not sure about that one. I think we Owl the Ironmonger. Huh. Do we take a Merchant Guild now? I think so. Huh. Well... if we disciple the First Mate to play the scrap, we can scrap the copper, and then we draw 5 cards, and then we can First Mate something else. Guess I'm gonna say Arch. No. The more First Mates you have with that, well, no, that's not really that true. I'm gonna say Merchant Guild. I don't know. War Chest is good here because there's no like one thing that you name and it's just like, okay, you know. Now you've like you kind of want all 3 of these cards. In what ratio, I'm not exactly sure, but okay. So we can Owl the Soldier to draw those last 2 cards, which probably is a good idea just because it gets them off the top. Yeah, so I was pretty sure they were both coppers anyway. I'll take another Peasant here for sure. Okay. We take one more First Mate and then go Ironmonger Peasant. That looks pretty reasonable. Yeah. Do not want a teacher. Now this is interesting. How do we pilot this? Oh, thank you. I think. I'm going to just name Merchant Guild again. Okay. So, play First Mate. We could play First Mate to play First Mate to play Disciple to play Ironmonger. I actually have no idea how to play this. I would rather Disciple the Ironmonger. All right, 3 First Mates is already a good number. You could just First Mate the Disciple. That doesn't really... Maybe we just Disciple the Ironmonger? I guess we discard that. Alright, now I think we do First Mate to play First Mate to play Ironmonger. Oh, that doesn't... Yeah, that wasn't a good idea, was it? Guess it doesn't really matter whether we play... I guess we're doing First Mate Necropolis. Yeah, this... I probably could have played this better. And I didn't get my Peasant into play. Maybe I shouldn't have discarded that. I don't know. I shouldn't have First Mated the First Mate. First Mate is so fucking confusing. Alright, I'll take another Ironmonger. And... we just take the last Ironmonger. They're pretty valuable. We'll try to disciple our way into another Merchant Guild. Do we want another Peasant? I think so. Okay, I think this time we just First Mate the Ironmongers and... fine. We really do want to disciple a Merchant Guild this turn, if at all possible. Gah, they got to do it first. Yeah, the war chest is definitely worse now. Like, how many First Mates do you want? This deck is definitely going to get more awkward once we start greening. Maybe there's Merchant Guild Megaturn potential. Or a pile out. So there's going to be 1 Disciple left out of this. I have 2 Peasants. I think having a Fugitive in the deck is not bad, though. We could also potentially take a Teacher. Tent? I don't actually think Garrison is particularly relevant. Hillfort could be for pilot purposes. Okay, here I guess we still want to discard this. Oh. God damn it. We still haven't trashed our overgrown estate. Think we discard the scrap? Oh, we had... I forgot that the first mate itself was actually going to draw. Right. Alright, I guess we can first mate the peasant. No! Oh, I need to see my merchant guild! Oh, well, I guess I do have another disciple. We disciple the Ironmonger, draw 2, and then play it normally. Yeah, that's probably correct. Oh my god. We can't... The disciples in the last 2 cards! This is terrible! I shouldn't have discarded the scrap, I guess. I think we discard the first mate and owl the necropolis and hope that we draw disciple and not... Oh no, wait. That doesn't do anything. Shit. I miscounted my cards. This is terrible. What a ridiculous draw. All right, well, we got to do it the other way around. We've got to... Or do we just leave that stuff there? I suppose we probably do. Fucking... It's messed up. But yeah, if we draw... If we draw here, we don't accomplish anything with it. Oh my god. They're obviously going to name Merchant Guild. I think we'll just take a scrap. Obviously use the trashing. Just go double Merchant Guild, I suppose. Yeah, I do want to turn this into a soldier. No, I do not want to turn that into a teacher. Man. That's so frustrating. And then they just have that top decked. Man. So frustrating. I mean, at least they had to owl it, so like that is going to cut down on the number of coffers they earn from it, but jeez. Yeah, I am surprised that they're prioritizing Garrison. I don't think it's actually that relevant here. Like, it doesn't... I mean, I guess draw is draw, and maybe you just don't do as much of the draw to X stuff, but... I'm gonna deny this, not Garrison. If they want to buy a couple more Garrisons, go for it. I'm not bothered about it. Meanwhile... Did they buy 3 garrisons? Yeah, okay, fine, whatever. I would really. So we have 2 disciples. Is it at all possible that we could win this turn if we disciple Merchant Guild twice? Probably not. I don't think we can hit 30. Although, well, no, we'd only have to hit 25 because the war chest can gain whichever of these isn't named. Yeah, I still think that's very unlikely that we have that much money. Because we're not actually generating that much econ in our deck. I mean, we did hit a decent amount last turn, but... So... Question is, do we want to just disciple the Ironmonger to make sure we have something going here? We could also first make the scrap. And just take plus actions. It's pretty reasonable. I think I'll do that. Okay, so we can do... Oh, no, we don't have the actions. I suppose we need to play the Ironmonger normally. Okay. I think I want to keep this on the assumption that I'm going to get to... This is pretty awkward, though. I guess we need to... So we disciple, Merchant Guild as Owl, play it normally, play this normally, play that normally, first mate the scrap. This is a little awkward. I guess we go soldier. First mate, Merchant Guild. Keep this. Discard it. What is that last card? Is it a copper? It shouldn't be a copper, right? Is it the other Merchant Guild? Yes. Okay. So 17 coins. We probably need to buy some provinces. Gaining another Merchant Guild is definitely a little spicy at this point, just in terms of like our odds to dud. We could just take another scrap. And if we need to scrap like a more expensive card, that's fine. Province. We just go double province. Think so. All right, I do want a fugitive. Do want a soldier, I think. Okay. Being able to first mate some ironmongers is good. So this turn is looking up. Also, our opponent's discipling a first mate, which is also good news because it's going to lower piles. I wonder if it's correct to start with the fugitive and try to line up more ironmongers. I'm not really sure. Disciple Scrap also lowers piles. I think we're in the driver's seat here. If we let the game last too much longer, the garrison stuff might pay off. I don't know. It's not like the garrisons are going to draw a ton of cards. It's not like you're gaining a ton of cards. But I guess you could gain... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, scrap tent, you can gain some cards, but didn't actually do that. Should we just name Duchy? I think so. Okay. Okay, well, yeah, the garrisons are going to draw a bunch of extra cards because of the coppers, but their deck the following turn might completely fall apart. But I guess that's a... Yeah. Anyway, I think we do lead with fugitive. If we draw a scrap, would we rather scrap a copper or a war chest? The war chest is a gain. I'm gonna discard the war chest, I guess. All right, I think we discard the soldier. Don't really want to see that yet. We definitely keep that. And that. So, discipling a first mate... Okay, well, first of all, you can scrap a copper. So, discipling a first mate is not as useful, but we do get to... Maybe the action thing doesn't matter. We just disciple the Merchant Guild and then first mate the Merchant Guild. That could be... Uh-oh. That's all of my copper. I trashed one, but that's all of my copper and my one province, or one of my two provinces, rather. By the way, estate pileout is an option here. We could scrap Merchant Guild. Or we could owl the scrap for 2 cards. If we were to draw like Province Disciple or something, oh my god. We could also scrap a copper and owl the Merchant Guild. Maybe that's the play. Okay. Ay. Do we play the Ironmonger normally? I think so. Okay, that's good. I think we discard that because we want to see that the other disciple. Okay. Disciple, Marching Guild, owling it, and then playing it normally. All right. We need 6 estates. Do we already have that in hand? We do already have that in hand. Okay. I don't know if maybe we could have just emptied on provinces. I don't think so. I won a game, unlike yesterday. We got another way that are and Necropolis again. I see. Got remake for trashing this time. Yeah, that's got to be the thing to pick up. We go. Oh, we got Lucky Coin too. Oh, it's Way of the Rat. Never mind. The way doesn't do anything. Okay. Never mind. Gained a Fool. Oh, it's Hasty. Yeah, that is probably worth it, isn't it? And even gotten to the point of registering that. Okay, well, this is actually a player 2 advantage situation, arguably. So, except they got the Swamp's Gift. So we're definitely going to want some Sea Witches. And we're going to want some Storytellers, I imagine. Especially with Lucky Coin. Storyteller looks good. I think well, I'm not sure whether we want to be playing Lucky Coin right now. Ooh, Lucky Coin into Sea Witch. That's certainly something. Card. We're definitely going to buy a Sea Witch. The question is, like I said, whether we want to gain a silver. We don't technically need to decide that now, I suppose. Take a Minstrel. Oh, right. Well, if we get Flame's Gift, that's going to be sad. But, yeah, do we want that silver? I'm leaning no. God damn it! I mean, there was no downside to that. Like, I don't know that. I don't think I would have rather had the Flames Gift than or like trash a card than get a Minstrel, but still obnoxious. We do get to discard again here. We know we're not going to get Flames Gift. I don't know that I would necessarily mind triggering this shuffle by trashing the Overgrown Estate. On the other hand, we do have the, well, I don't know. We should definitely discard something. I'm just not sure what. I don't really want to gain 2 Faithful Hounds, I don't think. Although with Sea Witch, that could be good. But I wouldn't want them in the shuffle, which means that we discard Copper, and that's fine. Just trash into 2 Faithful Hounds. Yeah. What is even left? Mountain's Gift. Maybe we shouldn't have taken it. Action. Oh, that's not very helpful. Okay. I mean, it could be, I guess. Well, all right. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the 2 Faithful Hounds. I guess Merchant Camp is a reasonable pickup. Pretty awkward overall distribution of cards. Not necessarily bad exactly, but... Yeah, once again, we can't get Flames Gift, so we might as well... Well, I was going to say we might as well discard the Fool, but we probably don't want it in our shuffle. So maybe we don't discard anything. Rip Fool. Leprechaun, wow. I mean, I can see that being relevant for sure, but it seems a little early to me. Seems rather ambitious. Are you serious? That's crazy. That's crazy. Just immediately hit that? Oh my gosh. Alright, do we want to discard the Faithful Hound? Probably not. I don't know that we want to discard for Lost in the Woods either, really. Although... we want to see our remake. That much is clear. But we probably don't want to trigger a shuffle. I know we have the other Faithful Hound down here, too. Yeah, maybe we have to trigger a shuffle. I was kind of thinking of ratting the Minstrel, but... I guess this is alright. Okay. We gotta trash the Necropolis if we want to hit 5. I guess that's fine. I do want to get another Sea Witch. Man, the fact that they got the wish off last turn makes it so much more likely that they do this turn too. Ugh. Unreasonable. I would never, like, think to put Leprechaun into my deck that early, because it was like, the odds of you activating it are just so bad. I've already seen the draw boons. We haven't seen Forest's Gift, but that doesn't do too much, probably. I think. Forest, skies, mountains. Yeah, I just think it doesn't. None of this does enough. Well, this is sad. Guess we play this, so we try to at least hit 4. We hit 4 all right. Maybe I shouldn't have top decked that. That was probably a mistake. Well, I don't know. I mean, do we have the Sea Witch sifting? We'll see. Yeah, now this turn I would not be at all surprised if they're getting that Leprechaun again. Damn. Oh, that's... We're probably going to lose because of that. Probably going to lose on account of that. Also... I do want to gain those last 2 minstrels. Might just remake into both of them. Oh, I should have done it before I triggered the shuffle. Whoops. Well, maybe that's not entirely clear. A remake of The Fool. Did we play both of our Sea Witches this turn? No. Okay. Okay, so Storyteller Leprechaun is actually kind of awkward because you end up with a lot of cards in play. It should be noted. I don't... I justify buying a Leprechaun here. No, I mean, I'd ideally like to remake a Faithful Hound into one and do it that way. But... I'm gonna go that direction. All right, we should have more. I don't think we need to top deck this Merchant Camp. I say that, and then it turns out there was a Faithful Hound on here, which I did not realize. Oops. Ugh, this Leprechaun. You keep finding it. I mean, I guess Minstrel Sifting. Like the first time they had maybe 1 Minstrel in their deck, but now they... Funny. They bought Leprechaun turn 5, and they activate. Oh, they did have 2 minstrels. They activated at turn 6. That's so crazy. That's just not, it's not right. Oh no. I'm gonna take all the curses, aren't I? They still have a wish left. Oh, really? Province. Not what I was expecting. Oh, god damn it. Alright. I guess we might as well take the boon. Watch it be Mountain's Gift. Guess I'll take the Leprechaun now. I'm not even sure that, like, top decking Merchant Camp wouldn't have even helped very much. We would have drawn one card. Effectively. Like, 0 hand size increase, but 1 card relative to what I actually saw. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can wish for Courtier. Maybe it does make sense to take Province. I don't know. It still feels like an odd choice to me. Like, you're under no pressure. I would think it'd be better to just take Storyteller or something. Yep, I did indeed take all the curses. Good stuff. Well, if you did that, you're probably just going to double Province here. And admittedly, does look... So actually, you could, like, pretty close to being able to pile out, but you're not going to be able to do it next turn if you don't take a Courtier, a Sea Witch, or a Faithful Hound. Oh, I guess that's not necessarily true. You might be able to remake into it. All right. I don't think the boons are doing anything here. This doesn't really matter. I'd like to point out now I mean, granted, we have a lot of junk in our deck, but we now, we don't see the Leprechaun within 6 cards. I don't really want to play the Sea Witch this turn if I can help it. Shuffles, discards Curse Copper, Lucky Coin. We definitely don't need to see any of that crap. So we're gonna just draw everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, there's just like no real hope here, but sure, top deck it, whatever. Yeah, the fact that they have the 4 sea witches means they're not dudding. Yeah, they should be able to remake their way into victory here. Wish for Sea Witch, remake a minstrel. Maybe they don't have another minstrel. Maybe they can't actually. I mean, not that it really matters. That, okay. That's a little weird. Wait, is that the end of their turn? Huh. Well, I don't know. Whatever. They should have won that turn. They didn't, but it's not like it was going to matter anyway. Yeah, that was. I call shenanigans on that early Leprechaun success. Okay. Sea Witch again. Forest Dwellers does not make any sense to take here, I don't think. Do we even... I guess continue bails us out of drawing a pawn dead with a Sea Witch if we open pawn Sea Witch, which we probably are doing. So I think that's fine to take, and it will power up scrying pools eventually. Broker trashing isn't the strongest, but there is Broker Fortress, so that's pretty good. Very likely we end up wanting to continue on turn 3 after we've gotten the Sea Witch into the deck. Ironworks looks good here to gain fortresses. And broker and all that stuff. Wow. Do we use our Forest Dwellers now? So we're going to draw a copper. And then we're going to draw 2 more coppers. And then we're going to continue a broker and trash a state. Wait, how did they have... Oh, I see. Okay. We can trash the estate for draw. So that's 2 more cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we were to discard 2 cards, we'd trigger a clean shuffle. If we were to not discard those cards, the Sea Witch will trigger a clean shuffle, which is maybe slightly better. So I think we don't use it. Oh, wait. No, we want the coins because we don't get... Yeah, we need to take the... Shoot. I should have thought about that. Because we want to pay off this debt. Should have thought about it. Well, this looks like potentially a good turn to do it, though. How are they getting the debt paid off? That's really surprising. Okay, well, that wasn't as effective as I was thinking it was going to be, but... So we broker for cards. We can play the pawn and then, or like we can continue and then we can play the pawn. I think that's the play. Probably ironworks for fortress. That is another copper. We might as well go card action and do that. This is unfortunate. Okay, we got the Sea Witch. I think we take another fortress. And now we continue. Continue gives you an action. So I'm thinking Wayfarer. I don't think I want a silver. Is it more important to pay off more debt or to trash this estate? We can always pay the debt next turn with the broker trashing fortress, I guess. I'm gonna do that. We can take another Wayfarer, actually. I didn't even realize that was going to be the case, but that makes me feel better about my choice. So broker fortress here for what? Like, we could continue another broker. I think we start the turn with continue broker fortress for coins. And then we can broker the... well, Oh, I forgot that we had the Sea Witch in play. Do we expect to need broker fortress for actions, is I guess the question. Not really. Maybe. I mean, we do have that. Have two Wayfarers. Yeah. I still don't think I want to gain silver. I want another broker. And then get a broker, trashing that for cards. Well, now maybe we take the silver. He could take favors here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10. We trash the estate for coins, we can take another Wayfarer. Maybe that's better. This is not really playing out how I expected it to, but continue here is pretty crazy. It's hard to justify going in for Scrying Pool. Did they trash both the curses? No. So we are, that is doing some work. I think, once again, we do Broker Fortress for actions to start with. Let's go ahead and gain a silver so that we have the option to continue Wayfarer. I don't want another one, I don't think. Oh, wait. If we want to continue Wayfarer, does it matter? I guess it doesn't matter if Wayfarer costs 0 or 4. Do we want to continue Wayfarer or do we want to continue Broker? I don't know. 2 cards down there. Ironworks for another Broker. We just play the Wayfarer and then... Yeah, I think we do gain a silver. And then I continue Broker. Trash this for coins. And should be like action buy, I guess. And take another pawn and a Sea Witch, I suppose. Maybe there's a better way to play that. Brokering Wayfarer sure is a lot of cards, or coins, or whatever. Well, their deck is coming together. I could still see a role for Scrying Pool here, maybe. How many brokers do we have? How many brokers do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5, and they're probably going to have 5. Yeah, I think we just broker a Wayfarer for cards, and then we'll continue something. We could continue in Ironworks, and Ironworks a fortress. I think. So we have 7 cards to get through here. I think this is don't gain. Now we have 4 cards to get through. We probably do gain now. Maybe we're supposed to gain for both of them, I don't know. Do we want to just gain a Wayfarer even though it wouldn't do anything for the moment? I guess it can gain a silver. We don't have enough draw to empty the iron. Well, like even if we did, we don't have the buys to empty other piles. So I don't think it makes sense to worry about that yet. Yeah, I like getting another Wayfarer. Do we want to focus on thinning coppers? I wonder if we should buy a province this turn. I'm going to take this for coins. And then trash 1 copper. Or so you have 10. You'd have 12 and 2 buys, or 11 and 3 buys. So you go Wayfarer province. If we go action, coin, buy coin. Oh. No, we have 12 coins. We take another fortress instead? I don't know, honestly. I guess so. All right, I think we don't immediately continue here. We broker fortress for actions, broker fortress for draw. And then see where we are. Funny how you can have 5 brokers in your deck and still be trashing coppers very slowly. How many coppers are in the trash? 5. I played 4, so I've actually trashed more copper. I guess they've had to trash some curses, though. So what would a pilot look like this turn? We still only have the 3 buys. We have Ironworks that can gain a couple of fortresses. Continue is essentially a buy. Ironworks to gain Ironworks, really? Did they have a pile out? No. Okay, I was gonna say. We do need this province. Otherwise brokering the province if we're gonna try to pile out. Okay, so what would a pile out look like now? We have 2 Ironworks. I mean, we might be able to just do it on Ironworks. They didn't trash that curse, which is very helpful. We shouldn't need silver. I don't think. It makes Wayfarer cheaper, so that's potentially relevant. Maybe we gain 1 silver just for that reason. Okay. So we have 3 cards in our discard. So we gain 2 Ironworks. Continue Ironworks for Fortress. Then we need to gain 2 Ironworks and a Fortress. That should be totally doable. We don't even need to do that in point of fact. Okay. Cool, cool. Did I not ready up? Table broke? Wait, which server are we on? Button's not working. Don't know if this is going to work. You might think that I would know, but I do not. Alright, I will be back in a bit, I guess. And they're here. And we're off. All right. Cage and Student as the thinning. Both cards that I find to be underwhelming. Order of Astrologers, and we start with 5 favors, so we can kind of stack our deck. At least to start with. But with what? Well, Cage gets a lot better with that, I will say. A lot better. If we can just say, yeah, we're going to top deck 3 estates and a Cage. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think we do that. And then the question is, what do we combine that with? We probably do still want a student. However, I wonder if it's better. Well, do we? The draw is stables. Maybe we don't. Maybe, yeah, maybe we just want importer. I can definitely see that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the importer. We might still want the student, but at least initially, trashing coppers is not going to be such a priority, I think. And I think we just go ahead and spend all 5 favors right now to make sure that we don't draw the importer in the Cage hand. We just Cage 3 estates and a copper. That just seems good. I mean, ultimately here, we can potentially play with other treasures and then trash coppers. Like Mining Road makes gaining silver and gold better than it would otherwise be. And if we get a student, we can get Conjurer to gain some silvers. Huh, they didn't want to... They wanted to see the importer. That's very interesting. Yeah, I like getting a second importer. Okay, so how do we feel about that student? We can get the Conjurer. I think that'll be pretty good. I'm gonna go for it. Okay, so... I think we take another stables first. Did not get to our importer, which is annoying. Oh my god. Oh, are you serious? Are you serious? Oh my god. That is so fucked. I mean, okay, I know the student was on top too, but that is still... Fucking stables, man. Ugh. 5 of those 6 cards are coppers. We need a crown. Yeah, well, we're probably losing the game because of that turn. That was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Wait, how do you have an estate? Wait, what? He set 3 cards to start with the cage, but didn't set aside 3 estates? I'm so confused. Wait, they've trashed 2 estates? What? Alright, I don't think we want to be taking silver yet. Is Patrician or Sea Chart better? I don't really know. It's like if we're going to take it, we can get 2 sea charts, which does make the sea chart look a little bit better than the Patrician in that respect, because they can find each other as well as stables, but still, maybe it's still double Patrician. Oh my god. I guess crowning the importer is fine. These draws, what the hell? Oh, we also don't get to play the Conjurer and the importer. God damn it. Fucking ridiculous. I think I'll just take another Patrician. We have the theoretical ability to unlock Patrician mid-turn with our Conjurer. Well, I guess they do with the Importer, but not unlock it, but like get to Emporium. Sorcerer. I don't think I care about that. I do want a mining road, but triggering the shuffle here. We have another stables down here. Maybe we just play the Patrician first. Okay, well. Come on. All right. Play student, and then... Do we want to rotate to Lich? I don't know what we would do with that. Second Sorcerer does nothing to me, though, so... Oh, I didn't even think about the fact that we were going to get... Oh, this is going to happen again! God damn it! That because we bottom deck the Crown, we don't get to Crown of Stables, which means we don't get to play Import or Conjurer. Jeez. Okay, fine. Actually wonder if we should just buy a copper. Buying a Patrician doesn't look like a wise move right now. Maybe we should top deck the Crown. I mean, probably we will have copper by the time we are done playing our Patricians, but... I think I would like to gain a mining road this turn. We do need to be careful about not having enough stables, but we also need to be careful about having too many stables. It could just be Mining Road Crown. Mining Road in play gaining crown is also pretty good because you can then potentially like crown some action card. Oh no, wait, no you can't. Never mind. That's in the buy phase. So I shouldn't worry about that. Ireling. Yeah, I was wondering if we would get to a point we could do that. I think I'm just going to do it this way. Dare we crown the stables now? I think so. I just really want to get... Okay. So obviously crowning the Mining Road would be better. Do we even want to trash with Student here? I'm not sure. Like, we get to top deck a card of our choosing. I guess if we trash Copper, play Patrician, reveal Copper, and then top deck a Stables, that works out pretty well. We go from 8 to 7 coins. Gold costs 3, and that only leaves us with 4, so that's a downside, though. Or we could conjure silver instead. We also have extra terminal space. I don't think we can use it, though, this turn. Conjure silver gives us 10. That seems better than getting a gold anyway. But also suggests not trashing with Student. Oh, we could also... I don't really want to go for Emporium just yet. Oh, we can still play a gold because we crown. That's right. Okay, so we have 10. So then, in that case, we have 9. We play... If we trash, we have 9. We play 3 for the gold. Then we have 6, and we can still get a 5 cost. Or at Hireling. Yeah, let's get the Hireling. Now I think we top deck a Stables. Since we know we have the Copper. Oh my god. Whoa, wait, what? What was that? Oh, they gained an extra importer at some point? Bah. Most likely is probably Crown. Ha! We do need more stables, I think. At least one more. Do we take it now, though? It doesn't necessarily do that much. But I think still the answer is yes. Fucking knew it. Oh my god. Well, we can crown the hireling. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, I think I'm gonna replace the crown. My draws this game. What the fuck? We have seen most of our copper. We've seen a couple of our crowns. We do still have a couple stables down there. Wow. Okay, I can't complain about my sorcerer blocking. Cannot complain about that. That's a lot of importers. I'm gonna gain 4 cards with that. Yeesh. Do we need to crown the mining road? Probably. Do we need to crown the stables? I'm not sure. I mean, we have more stables down here. Probably not. Gain that patrician and take some points with emporiums, but then that makes it easier for our opponent to do that as well with their 4 importers. So probably we don't do that. Which means you're probably just conjuring silver. That. So we drew, discarded a copper, we discarded a copper. So we only have 4 cards to get through. Well, 5. It's a little awkward. Or a lot awkward, maybe. Wait, don't we have another stables down here? Yeah, okay, it's not awkward at all. I take it all back. You want to crown the importer or the gold? Do we play the student? I think we don't. 9, 10, 11. So wait. 6. This would be 12, 18. That's not quite enough for gold double province. It would be if we bought a copper, I guess. Oh, but we don't have the buys. 10, 11, 12, 15. We could crown the importer and buy copper double province, I guess. Sure. Well, they actually have enough actions in play to get the Emporium points. Oh, shit. I guess I do, too. Yeah, that might be enough right there for them to win. It probably is. Oh, God, I don't know. Fine. Yeah, this is sure. They're surely going to be able to hit 15 in 3 buys. Hmm. Yeah. I just think my draws were really bad in certain key spots in that game. They did not have any of the duds that I had. Okay. Highway Prince. This is the most important interaction on the board for sure. Prince of Grand Market, anyone? Anyway, we should probably be trying to get to crop rotation. Ratcatcher. Trashing. Although, yeah, on the other hand, I guess It's better to try to get to crop rotation or just trash the estates. Well, I mean, we're going to do some of both, but like... I mean, ultimately, the draw here, aside from like early game farrier stuff, I guess is library? Or Prince. So, or you just don't really play with draw because like the payload isn't really stop cards. Like including flagship when I mean it is a stop card, but then you double play something and it acts like it isn't. So I mean, I'm kind of thinking flagship farrier, pick up Ratcatcher later when we have plus buy. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. All right, so if we overpay 2 here, we have 5 coins down there, and then we draw 1, 2 into the shuffle, so there's a pretty good chance that we can hit 6 off of that. Yeah. I might have underestimated that chance, actually. We could take a highway. Highway's gonna be pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. That's gotta be correct. we gonna play with Ratcatcher? I don't know. I feel like we probably should, but it's... I mean, I guess once it gets cheap enough. Yeah. See, I still think Farrier Overpay is better than taking a Ratcatcher here. We have crop rotation. We have 7 cards in hand, but we do not have an estate. We could take a prince. Don't think we should. There is some merit to taking a border village, specifically because we get to play flagships mid-turn that way without having to already have one in play. So I think border village, highway, barrier. We are going to have to get a Ratcatcher at some point here because, although they've only trashed 1 card too, but oh, they get to flagship the highway. I probably won't get to do that. Well, draw 2 cards and I have 2 highways. Yeah, it's pretty unlikely. But. Ratcatcher, yep. Yeah. Well, we bottom decked an estate. That's good news. Okay. What to do? What to do? Like, we probably want to Farrier Overpay again. That seems kind of important. You can take a bunch of free Ratcatchers. And then do we just take a highway? Highway Farrier, triple Ratcatcher. Sorry, that's 4 Ratcatchers. Do we? We probably have to deny Farriers, don't we? This doesn't backfire on me, but what's in the trash? It's a copper. Okay. Probably could have looked at the VP to see that. Another nice thing about having all those Farriers is we have a bunch of buys as a consequence of that. That last card is not a stop card. I don't know what it is. Seven buys. The pile out threat is definitely real. Like, not necessarily imminently, but I wonder if we should take a province. We do have a points lead as it is, but still. We could also take 2 provinces. Province, highway. Something. And then some villages and flagships. I don't know. I don't know how to play this. I have to admit. Like, our next turn is surely going to be a lot worse. And the provinces aren't going to help. But they are going to give us some buffer. I'm thinking double flagship, double village. I guess it was a farrier, that last card. Does that mean we have 7 farriers and they have 3? That could be. Do we even call the rat catchers? I don't know. Probably. I guess we'll see what they do this turn. We probably don't trash the state, even given the opportunity. Well, maybe we do. We do have the 2 provinces now. Ooh. We don't need much money, though. So, like, coppers really are pretty useless. If we can draw. Which, I mean, in some sense, we, like, definitely can't. But, like, we draw enough, I guess. Part of the advantage of having taken that double province turn after emptying the farriers is that, like, it's going to be hard for them to respond in kind because they don't have the farrier draw to help them out. Yeah, so part of the question with the rat catcher is, like, how much is it going to help us to thin out cards from our next turn, like, or even the turn after when we shuffle. It's definitely not not obvious that it will. It might take us a little while to trigger a shuffle. As we have our 10 starting cards, plus the 2 provinces, plus now some flagships. I think I'm gonna do it. Okay. Village is a pretty innocuous pickup for us. Be interested to see if they can, in fact, get something with the library. Grand Market. That's a spicy meatball. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Like, you're trying not to lower piles too much. Grand Market doesn't do that. Village seems a little dangerous for them. You have a flagship in play. Let's double play that highway. I don't think there's any reason we would want to double play a village. Ooh. Oh, we surely win here, right? Wait, could I have just emptied the provinces? Probably. There were 6 provinces left, right? And no, how many highway plays did I have? I don't know. It was a lot. Apparently I didn't need to trash those coppers, by the way. That turn lined up really well. Probably unreasonably well. Okay. Last one. We don't have the ideal draw, which would be to be able to bury a mask while still picking up a 3 cost. We could just open mask, bury nothing. Arena pushes us more in the direction of double, like taking 2 action cards, though. We could also bury a scheme, which can then scheme the mask. That seems pretty good. No, we can't. What am I talking about? No. It doesn't... What am I talking about? Maybe we just go double mask. No, 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 no. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Oh my god. We could have gotten a pick at... Damn it. That's so... Ah. I wonder if there's going to be merit to pickaxing gold here. Because gold is easier to gain than silver. It's also catacombs. Pickaxing catacombs is exciting. Yeah, that's so messed up that we hit fucking... Oh, they don't have an estate. Okay, fair enough, I guess. Yeah, we should probably do the berry as well. The triple berry. Walled village. Mask. State. We might want to get gold mine relatively early here because it's going to be a slow payload ramp otherwise. I mean, gold mine is still kind of slow because you have to get so much debt, but it does give you plus buy as well. There are definitely some sad times possible with like the gold mine pickaxe thing. I think I'm going for that first. I mean, we could of course pickaxe the second mask, but I think I prefer this line. Well, I guess we're probably getting arena points off that gold mine, huh? I think I don't want to trash because I want the pickaxe. I mean, we could just take walled village. Hmm. Hmm. The thing is, if we take a gold next turn, if we trash, take walled village, we have 5 copper, and then we take a gold next turn, then we have debt, then we can't afford pickaxe next turn either. So I think I'd rather just get the pickaxe now. We should take a scheme, I think. No. It is tempting to discard that, but no. We definitely should pickaxe. Chalice! Well, I guess we can bury a mask. Now, there's the catacombs. Okay, now I think we do trash, copper. I think I don't want to trash copper now because I want to be able to buy a walled village. Oh, staffs. Oh, I miscounted my money. I think I forgot about the pickaxe itself. That's fine. We can get a walled village and bury it. Or we don't need walled village now because we got staff. Okay. Maybe we should take a catacombs then. I said we didn't need walled village, and then we had this draw. But I think the general point is still valid. 4 masks in the trash. So we have 2 and they have 1. Okay. Maybe they'll all go away and we don't have to worry about hanging on to coppers. Nope. I think I'd rather discard. Oh. Well, we're looking at like 9 coins. Maybe we don't trash, because we can bury... Oh, prize goat, hello. 10. I think I'm just not going to trash because I want to do... We should have a copper down there, copper walled village. And I think I want catacombs, buried catacombs, walled village. Too bad there's no more like, oh, you had to pickaxe a copper? That's sad. There's not any, there's like surprisingly little exciting that we can do with staff catacombs. I mean, obviously it's nice just to have the extra terminal space, but pickaxe puts the cards into your hand, and what else would you like? I don't know. It's no like biphase gainer that we can really take advantage of. I wonder how valuable it is to get those last 2 arena points. Are they going to go province? No, more masquerades. Well, I want to see a walled village. That, what? Are you fucking serious? What? That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Okay. That last card is our gold mine. So staffing the masquerade doesn't really do much either. I wanted to play the gold mine. Maybe I should have... Yeah, maybe I should have... We could still staff it just to get, like, a chance to to get steal a good card from them. I mean, you still got 3 coppers? That's a little surprising, actually. Yeah, maybe I should have... I didn't want to miss the staff or the pickaxe, but maybe I should have tried anyway. I don't know. Okay. 14 coins. Double walled village catacombs would be 13 coins, and then we can bury a walled village. I think we don't trash. Ah! Once again, I would say overall my draws have been uncooperative this game. Fortunately, not to the point where it seems like we're like losing because of it necessarily, but notably 7 masquerades in the trash. Well, it's not like they can play another one now anyway. They don't have a staff. I thought I trashed a masquerade last turn, right? But then why are there only 7 in the trash? They played 1. Do they have another one? Because I had 2. Whatever. But when did we buy that gold mine? And we've played it once. Like, that's how bad our draws have been. Like, not even decided to gain gold once. Literally played the card 1 time. Like, what the fuck? I think we're just going to be done with Masquerade here. Puzzle box. Well, we can puzzle box a copper that will then get discarded by sword, but at least it gives us something to pass. It also means we should feel more comfortable trashing Prize Goat. So what do we do here? Walled Village Catacombs Province is more than we can afford. I would like to get another Catacombs, but we could go Walled Village Masquerade Province. That's reasonable. Orb, jewels, shield, sword. Okay, I guess orb would let them do something potential. Well, not really. There's no way to mid-turn gain relevant stuff. Oh, wait. I need to keep the copper. Oh, I just miscounted the masquerades. It was 7 in the trash, 1 in the pile. We each had 1. Right, okay. The arena points are feeling like kind of a big deal right now, I will say. Whatever. It doesn't matter anyway. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Is that... Oh. 19 or 18, which if we puzzle box 17, a copper, that's 17, prize goat 1, that's 16. I think we should be good to trash copper. Oh wait, do we want to pickaxe a gold? Let's double check this again. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. 4 buys, 5, 6, 7, 8. Four, 5, 6, 7, and potentially 8. So we're a little bit short of potentially being able to end on estates. Five catacombs, or sorry, 4 catacombs is a lot of money. If we don't lower those piles, I think we're fine. If we didn't trash and didn't set aside with puzzle box, we had 2 extra coins, and we had 9 buys. No, that wouldn't be enough. Walled Village is 4, so we'd need... No, we would have enough. Yeah, I think. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Fucking... Oh my god. All right, 15. Hold up. Maybe we want to buy a farmland? Uh, 9, 10, 11, 12. Um, we could go like warehouse scheme or something. With a plan to probably pickaxe one of them. Ay, ay, ay. The golden to endless chalice really. Oh wow, that's their turn, huh? Okay, well, probably we can win then. Um, although having yeah. Oh my gosh. Um, having downgraded 2 golds, we might not have the payload. We might not. All they did was buy a forge, though. We can pickaxe the farmland in addition to that, like, whatever else. I guess the question is, do we want to get a gold with the discarded Copper Province pickaxe. I think we're not going to have the money. I think we take the gold. I'd also just pickaxe the Masquerade. Discard Farmland Province. Or we could discard the Masquerade and pickaxe the farmland. So if we don't trash copper, well, we're going to set one aside, presumably, but 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 18, 19. Wait, was that? No, this is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. Oh, you know, if we pickaxe into doubloons, we actually can do something with that. With the Masquerade, I mean. Well, not necessarily, because we're going to have this chunk in the discard pile. Having the extra points is nice. Maybe we do just pickaxe the Masquerade. Oh. Another amphora. Okay. I mean, I think if we take double province here, we're in pretty good shape. We could also take farmland, gold into province, then we have a little bit more points still. Wait, we do have 9 buys. If we hadn't puzzle boxed, 17, 18, 19, nah, we're not quite there. think... Maybe we scheme the warehouse? $20-point lead. It's pretty good. I don't know what the Forge is going to do. Ooh, that's terminal. I can think we can safely assume that they meant to not. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm not quite sure what that was about, but I guess I'm not going to worry about it. Well, that's just an upgrade. It would be really nice if they didn't. Yeah, okay. Just discard the 2 pickaxes, I guess. But surely we have this turn if we draw even half decently well. That was a fast resign. I had not... Oh, wow, they're out. Jeez. I had not found my... like a catacombs yet. I think it was still possible. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Presumably they could see that I had top decked the warehouse. So maybe it's like, well, you have a warehouse, you're going to find one. But I wouldn't have designed that fast if I was going to have played it to that point. But yeah, well, we didn't make up for the 06 yesterday, but made some progress. And hey, I mean, Aku's a really good player, so I'll take it for sure. Yeah, I had some rough draws in some of those games, but it did not cost me nearly as much as it did yesterday for whatever reason. Just the way, I mean, you know, maybe certainly Agu had a couple turns in this game that were like significant duds. And they even had more walled villages than I did. So, I don't know. I don't really have a good explanation for that. But other than I'm getting unlucky. So, yeah, I mean, there you go, right? I mean, I did get unlucky in this game as well, but it was earlier. In any case, thanks for watching, and I will be back with my penultimate match tomorrow evening. So, until then.